Yes, my name is Mr. Graham, I'm a farmer, I'm a landscape horticulturist, I'm a plant content creator. Today's topic is a very important one, so make sure you watch this video to the end and make sure you share this video to as many people as possible. You can even tag King Tunde Edna because this is an important topic I want to discuss today. So this past Saturday, a very popular online sensation, Kingmaker Online, he made a post, a seedless watermelon, asking why does this have no seed? I made a comment on that post. That was my first time I'm going to be having up to 700 likes. It's going to be more than 700 likes now on my comments. Likes on that comment. Yes. And there has been a lot of criticism, a lot of discussion under that comment. It's really crazy. That led to this video I'm making right here. Why do we have seedless fruits? Yes, seedless fruits are made majorly by two means. Number one, by plant breeder. Number two, natural, by nature's mistakes. Yes. So, and the two of them are safe for consumption. Plant breeders can cross two plants together on the field and make sure that the offspring of the coming generation have a sterile seed. Even if you see something that looks like seed on it, if you plant it, it won't germinate. It will be sterile. And secondly, it can happen by natural mutation. That is nature's mistakes. That means that maybe out of hundreds or thousands of a particular fruit that is produced, or out of a million, one of them does not have seed. Maybe the farmer now noticed that one of these does not have seed, maybe from one particular plant, that this plant produce fruits that doesn't have seed. So they are not able to replicate that plant by asexual propagation, by cloning, by stem cuttings, by shearing, or by budding. Then they could reproduce that plant as many as possible into circulation. First plant could be from India, from Japan. Then that plant will be sold repeatedly and will be propagated by stem cutting. And don't forget that plant copies exactly the traits of their parent. So if the parent does not have seed and produce fruit without seed, and they propagate it, that offspring will not have seed. So any offspring that is coming from that particular plant will not have seed. So that is how we have seedless. Is that harmful? No. It's just a way of enlightening ourselves. What you don't know, you don't know. So you need to read why, you need to check journals, and you need to be advancing. So in the case of this particular watermelon, it is called hybrid. Yes, hybrid simply means advancement. So there's a way they do the crossing on the field. Crossing a tetraploid parent to a diploid parent, so that make triploid. That is 33 chromosomes. So that makes that watermelon to be sterile. Even if you notice things that look like seed on that watermelon is sterile. They are called sterile seed. If you plant them, they won't germinate. And one question somebody asked online, asking, how do you replicate this? How do you reproduce this if it doesn't have seed? Yes, you don't have to reproduce it because you are not a farmer. Anytime you want to plant that seed of watermelon that doesn't have seed, you need to go and buy it again. And why do they make that watermelon seedless? There are a lot of people, why eating watermelon? They don't want to go around with the stress of removing the seed. Plant breeder now thought, how can we do this? Then they're able to do a lot of genetical recombination. Then they came up with watermelon that doesn't have seed. There are other plants that you are eating every day that they are seedless, ranging from grape, seedless cucumber. Yeah, mulberry does not have seed. Banana doesn't have seed. Pineapple doesn't have seed. Does it mean they are bad for your health? No. The old ones before, they used to have seed, like banana. Banana used to have seed long time ago. But with hybridization, we're able to have banana now that doesn't have seed. All good for your health. Very, very good. Potent with no toxin, and they are good for your health. Another person asked a question again, asking that he ate one orange few days ago and doesn't have seed. That is it safe? Yes, most likely safe. Most of the food you see in circulation, most of the produce you see in circulation has passed through tests from the regulatory body in Nigeria that check the seeds that are put in circulation. Body like Nigerian Plant Variety Protection Office, PVPO, body like NAGRAP, they check the types of seeds that are put in circulation, and you make sure that they are good seeds, they are safe for you, that they are not carcinogenic. Most people online yesterday, they were shouting, this is GMO, this is GMO, this is bad for your health, this will kill you, this is toxic. This is simply hybrid, not GMO. So I'm going to take my time a little bit to explain what hybrid and GMO is. Hybrid is when you cross two parents together. What's the trait of this parent to this other parent to come up with a desired trait? Desired trait. Hybrid simply means advanced, better, improved. Do you understand? So let me make this example to you. For some of you that read dogs, you see improved variety of dog like German Shepherd, like Chihuahua, like Bulldogs, and so on. If you are familiar with local dogs in Nigeria back then, they are everywhere. So as they brought this improved dogs that are very security conscious, that are smart, that they are big, doesn't mean that they are bad for the society, doesn't mean that they are bad for your health, doesn't mean that if that dog bites you, it's going to give you more rabies. If it has been treated, it's going to give you rabies. No, it doesn't mean. So it's the same thing as plants. So let's open our mind to improvement, to advancement. Don't let us be carrying this false information, this fallacy up and down. Hybrid is crossing two parents in the same family with dissimilar qualities together and coming up with a better one. Crossing with their existing genes. Whereas GMO, genetically modified organism, this is crossing genes or working on the DNA of a particular organism by introducing a foreign substance from plants, animal, or from a bacteria still under review. That is why it has not been pushed to circulation. It is this body that they are checkmating. Will this thing have an adverse effect to your life in the long run? Will this have an adverse effect to your life in the long run? At the end of the day, in the nearest few years, you might see that they will push GMO outside. The GMO that you people are castigating, they might even push it outside. Once they have checked that this has passed, human being can consume this. It's a work in progress. We will all see it. So next time, it's always good for you to read wide, check online, search Google, read journals, read wide, be informed, so that you learn along the line with development. One thing you can do for me is if you can share this video to as many people as possible, or possibly tag Mazi Tunde Eno, so that a lot of people can see this and be informed that the fact that a plant does not have seed does not mean that it is bad for you. So many edible plants that are good for your body today, they don't have seed, like banana, like watermelon, like mulberries, even strawberries. Most of the time we don't propagate it by seed, we propagate it by sharing. Yes, that's what we do. So reproduction, leave reproduction for us, we the plant persons. We know what to do with it. Somebody was like, any fruit you see that does not have seed is bad for your health. How can you say that? There are so many fruits that you are eating. Have you eaten the seeds of pineapple before? Have you eaten the seeds of banana before? No, you haven't. We have seeded grape. We have seedless grape. They are both good for consumption. Seedless grape came up out of mistake of nature. Yes, maybe out of millions of grape that was planted in the farm, there's a particular tree that produces fruit that doesn't have seed. That could be mutation. That could be nature's mistake. And people take advantage of that. They are not able to now replicate that plant by stem cutting. Because if you cut the stem of grape and you plant it, it's going to germinate. Then that plant will produce exactly the same way like the parents. That is cloning. Do you understand? So that grape plant will not have seed. So they are now able to regenerate that grape plant from the cutting they made, maybe 20, then that 20 grew, they planted it, then they made another 20 cuttings, then they continue to circulate that grape on and on like that. That's how we have seedless grape. Nature's mistake, somebody took advantage of that and are able to now generate as many seedless grape as possible. This is Assam lemon. This is seedless. This doesn't have seed. How do I propagate this? By stem cutting. If I cut the stem of this, then I plant it. In few months, it's going to sprout. Some of them will die, while some will pick. Anyone that picks is good and it can be propagated, it can be transplanted. This is Assam lemon. It doesn't have seed and it is good and safe for your health. So this is to make an emphasis to you again that the fact that a fruit is seedless does not mean that it is GMO or does not mean that it is bad for your health. And as a matter of fact, again, GMO is still under review. I'm not promoting for anyone here to inform us as much as possible. Another very important question someone asks is, why do plant breeders need to create hybrid? Hybrid needs to be created so that you can have an advanced variety, a better variety of that particular cultivar, of that particular produce. Yes, imagine that you brought plants all the way from Jos to Lagos, and then you want that plant to be able to survive in Lagos because of the heat in Lagos. Then you can breed a plant that is heat resistant. Do you understand? There are plants that they are in far north that they are drought tolerant. There are plants that ordinarily they will take 4, 5, 6 months for them to do to maturity. But because of food scarcity, because we are all trying to do sustainable eating, then plant breeders now think, how can we make sure that people don't go hungry? Okay, instead of this plant to stay 6, 7, 8 months before they can harvest it, let's make a good plant, an healthy plant that can stay for 3 months, then harvest. Yes, is that not good? Is that not something good? If that thing is produced in a good way by just genetical recombination, that is going to make food to be good, that is going to make food to be faster for you and I, That is good. So that's the reason why hybridization came on board. That's why plant breeding is a very, very important aspect of plants, and it can never die. It has started long time ago, and it's not going to end in our own time. It will continue after our time. Plant breeding happens naturally, and it can happen from the breeders by cross-pollination, selective cross-pollination. That's what they do. Continuous recombination to get a desired trait that they can push to market. A desired trait that it is configured, that it is made in a pure form, a form that it will not have an adverse effect on your health, on my health. Another topic I'm going to be talking about soon is organic and inorganic. Quite all right, it's very good for us to be very conscious of what we eat, yes, but we should not criticize people that know better than us. Definitely you can check, research on your own. If something is not clear to you, check it. But when somebody that is more learned than you in that particular field is explaining to you, you try to listen. We are all trying to eat healthy. We are not eating into our death. Yes, we are trying to eat healthy. So this is Mr. Green again, aka your romantic plant pausing, you understand? Telling you that you should have a great eating period. Catch you in the next one. Anything for you, baby.